起了。
Welcome back to Asgard, and welcome to another episode of our Roulette Gaming series. Today we're going to be looking at Overwatch since it just came out. Basically, if you don't know, this is an FPS and it's very, very team-based, as you'll see later on when we get into some of the gameplay aspects. But we'll really quickly cover the menu here. I've been playing pretty much all morning. I've managed to get to level 7, and so this is like your game profile. You can view your profile here, and if you notice, these are like the 4 characters I play the most. I've really gotten into May lately, which I'll show you some gameplay of her later on. She's really unique. Widowmaker's just pretty much a sniper, but we'll go into the hero gallery and basically just cover all the heroes. Bastion is like a robot and can go into like a tank mode and kind of like a turret mode and stuff, where he really excels. But yeah, I haven't played him really, but I have I've seen a lot of people playing him. Then you've got DVA, which I did play her some. Basically, she's inside this big mech, and has quite a bit of health. But when the mech gets destroyed, she'll eject out of it, and then once she's on the ground, she's quite a bit weaker. But yeah, so she can actually set up her mech to self-destruct, and then she can eject out of it and have do a pretty massive explosion. But other than that, I mean, she doesn't do a ton of damage, but she is pretty formidable because of the durability of her mech. And then Genji is like kind of like an assassin, uses katanas and shurikens, and can actually use a special where he can deflect bullets and stuff. He's a pretty decent attacking class. Hanzo is, if you've ever seen many of the trailers, he's generally in the trailers a lot. He uses a bow and arrow and can actually summon these big twin dragons and stuff. He does a ton of damage, so you got to watch out for him when you're out there, But Junkrat uses a lot of explosives and can actually, that thing on his back, he can actually get inside that as his special and go rolling into enemies and blow it up. And it does a ton of damage as well. But yeah, he uses like a kind of like a grenade launcher type weapon and a lot of different like detonatable explosives. Lucio is like a support character. He uses sound waves and stuff. You can almost think of him like a bard. He can do 2 different songs. One that gives healing to allies over time, and then another one that allows allies to move quicker. So he's pretty nice for like rushing areas and stuff. McCree is a gunslinger and actually has a really neat special where he can go into almost like a one-on-one duel and basically do like a ton of damage, and has like a lock-on effect to a single enemy. But yeah, Mei is the one that I generally play a lot. She uses ice, and her gun, if you hold the left click, she's going to use like a cryo spray that will slow down and eventually freeze enemies, and then her right click shoots a an ice like sickle at the enemies that does quite a bit of damage. She can also summon like ice walls and can turn into a block of ice and heal inside of it. And her special has like a big AoE slow and freeze effect. Mercy is basically a healer. Her main, she does have a sidearm that can do damage, but her main like staff weapon, holding left click will heal allies, and then holding right click will actually give them a damage boost. So it's kind of nice. Like I said, I do like playing her quite a bit, and her special, she can actually resurrect nearby dead allies. So Farah is like a heavy arms explosive offensive class, and she can actually hover in the air and just kind of rain down like hail on everybody. She has like thrusters on her wings here, and so she can hover through the air. Reaper is kind of like a stealth class. He can teleport, and he can actually do almost like a sprint where he's totally immune to damage, but he can't damage people either. So but yeah, he uses, these guns are almost like dual shotguns. So ideally you want to get in close with him, and then he does do a ton of damage. So Reinhardt is a big tanking class. He's actually got a big warhammer, and he can throw up a field that like in front of him that prevents any damage or any bullets, you know, from passing through that. People can still run through it, but enemy damage will not penetrate the shield while he has it up. But he does move really, really slow, and he can't attack when that's up. So Roadhog, he actually uses this grapple, and he'll grapple you and pull you in and basically just beat the hell out of you. And then he uses some pretty high damage shotguns as his primary weapon. Soldier 76, he's actually the one you play for the like tutorial and stuff. He uses an assault rifle, and he can sprint and stuff, and he has a tactical visor that lets him see like enemy locations and whatnot. So he does do pretty decent damage. Symmetra is another support class, but she is based on giving allies shield. So, you know, she'll prevent damage and whatnot. And then she can also set up teleporters on the field that will link to your spawn point, so you can quickly get your troops out onto the field. It's actually really, really nice when one of them are in your party. Torbjorn is a builder. He sets up turrets and stuff, and can you know, increase their effectiveness and everything. But as far as offensively on his own, he's not, you know, nothing to write home about or anything. Tracer is another character I've played quite a bit. Basically, she is kind of like a teleporting class. She blinks around and can actually rewind time for herself, and it will revert her back to where she was, kind of in like a rewind motion, and she'll get back her health and everything that she lost in between the time that she rewinds to and from where she hit the rewind. So but she's an offensive class. She does do quite a bit of damage. However, her gun, she uses like these dual, almost like energy SMGs. They don't have a lot of bullets, so you will run out of clip in like a second and a half. So Widowmaker is a sniper. Her weapon, if it's not zoomed in, it works just like an assault rifle, just really, really rapid fire. If she zooms in, then it becomes a sniper, single shot, and the longer, up to a certain threshold, I think it's about 3 seconds or so, once you hold up the scope, after about 3 seconds, you'll see a little meter that fills up, and she'll actually get a damage boost for the next shot that she fires. So it's really, really nice. And she actually has a hook shot that she can hook on and scale walls. And her special that she builds up is kind of like an infrared sensor where she can see enemies through, like, you know, wherever they're out on the map and see their locations. And she also gives it to the entire party. So Winston is basically like a berserker. Like, he'll go in and he can like do this like jump and grab and just start beating the hell out of people and just kind of goes like ape shit on people. I haven't really played him, so I'm not 100% familiar with him, but I have healed Winston's in matches, and they just go nuts on people and do quite a bit of damage when they get up in there. But you know, it's a melee focused class. So Zarya is another heavy weapons class. It's another one I haven't played a ton of, so I'm not terribly familiar with them. I know I've killed a bunch of them, but she does seem to use just like automatics and some explosives and stuff. But and Zenyatta, I've played him a little bit. He has these two different orbs, one that he can throw on allies to give them healing, and then another one that he can throw on enemies to increase the damage that they take. And he's the only character in the game that doesn't make any footstep sounds, so that's definitely a plus. And he kind of like throws these like little blades or something, and his special, he basically like goes into like this crazy overdrive mode, and he can't take damage, and it like boosts all his allies in range and stuff. So he's a really, really cool support class. But anyway, you do have this highlights section here too, where you can see like recent battle highlights. So if we just click one, you can see like a highlight from one of my games that I played recently, and basically it'll be like your best you know, gameplay in that match. So, and see, if you notice, I'm like kind of slowing them down and freezing them, and that's her special, so it's gonna apply like a freezing and slow effect to everybody in the area. Oh, it cut off there. I actually ended up going on to get like 2 more kills right there. But loot box, we don't have any right now. We get those as we level. I've already opened mine, but I'll get a level later on and get one of those and open it so you can see it. But basically when you open it, you're going to get 4 items, and they can be like new emotes, new skins, new victory poses, things like that. And so it's just kind of a way to customize your character a little bit more beyond, you know, just how it is. You can do like different sprays and whatnot. Then of course you have training in here. I've already done all these, but you have like a tutorial stage, a practice range where you can kind of test out some of the characters and everything, and then a practice versus AI. And then you have, I've already showed you your career profile. You have a socials tab where you can add people to friends and play with them and whatnot. And I don't have a ton of friends right now because I don't play a whole lot of Battle.net stuff until this, you know, came out. And by the way, if I didn't mention, this is on Battle.net, which is Blizzard's like game launcher and stuff. And you can get it for $40 for like the standard edition, or you can pay, I think it's $60 for the special. That basically it just has a bunch of items that it does have a couple skins for this game, but most of the stuff's like card backs from Hearthstone, something from World of Warcraft, just basically stuff for other Blizzard games. So then if we go in here, you have like a weekly brawl that you can do that's similar to Hearthstone's Tavern Brawls. This one, I can't recall what it does. Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, here we go. Brawl details. You have 200% health, 150% ultimate gain rate, 75% faster ability cooldowns, and the maps available are Dorado, Hollywood, Kings Row, New Bonnie, Route 66, Watchpoint, Gibraltar. So basically, it's just an alternate game mode that you can play for the week. Then you can set up custom games for friends or AI, and then player versus AI, and then quick play, which is usually what I play. And that's what we're going to jump into for our first match. So it does sometimes take a second to find a game, so I will be back once we find one. So, alright, we got a match. It only took about 8 seconds or so. So we're going to be going to Hanamura, Japan. We'll see what the party composition looks like. You kind of want to make your decisions as far as what to play based on the party composition, because this game is very, very team-based. So, let's see. We'll go with May. There's still 3 more spots to get tank and support. But if we need to, we can always switch and you know, grab one of those if need be. But yeah, see, with her, you can spray this cryo blast and also shoot that. The ice spike's a bit more of a ranged attack, whereas the cryo blast isn't, you know, very ranged at all. But you can also summon an ice wall, which we'll do here just in a second, and then you can turn yourself into a block of ice. And when you do that, you're not going to be able to take any damage. Of course, you're going to be frozen too, but you're also going to be regenerating your health during that time. So
it's good to get out of the lab.
But yeah, basically as soon as it starts, what I always do is I drop an ice wall like right there, because it kind of slows them down getting out of there and whatnot. So see, we can pop that, and it'll keep us from taking any damage while we're in it. And now we'll get back to our point that we're supposed to be defending. Alright. Now her, you always want to watch out because she's going to eject out of it. But, so you'll have to kill her again once you destroy her robot, but he did that dash thing. Alright, but we have enough now that we can use our special. So once we get up there, we can drop our special down, and it'll definitely buy us some time, because basically it's just a massive AoE of slowing and freezing going on. So, and it lasts for about 5 seconds or so. It's really, really nice. But I mean, it's not gonna do like some of the specials and just annihilate everybody. But it is a good like group support type special. She ran off. I'm not going to chase her too far, but she's trying to go get herself a new mech. And that was Junkrat. He can turn himself into that like explosive device thing and run himself in there, and it does do quite a bit of damage, so you definitely want to avoid him. And also when he dies, he does shoot off a bunch of explosives, so it kind of makes a closer range character like this a little bit more dangerous with him. But, and of course, Winston goes berserk. Alright. I was hoping I was out of that. Just get our health back up. We'll go ahead and grab some
No
armor.
one can hide from my sight.
Enemy spotted.
Hopefully they all stay pretty close and don't run after them.
Under fire!
Kind of waiting for a big bunch of them to come up because I do have that freeze built up. But there's no use really wasting it on just a small pack of guys.
Do this!
Alright.
Show them what you can do.
60 seconds remaining.
Come get your armor.
Ah.
Teleporter online. Move quickly.
Oh nice, we got a teleporter. So now we can move pretty quickly between our spawn point and here.
30 seconds remaining.
Alright.
Best together.
站住！不许走！
No one can hide.
Might as well drop our special. We've only got 30 seconds left. It's going to be really hard for them to cap this point this time. So it does seem like they're about to get shut out.
10
So
seconds. Do not let up.
alright. Oh, I finally died. Right at the end too. Well, at least we got a teleporter up.
Everyone is coming.
Hopefully I can get over there really, really quick.
No one can hide from my sight.
There we go. Put ourselves up in a block of ice while he's rampaging there.
That's cold.
There we go. Total shutout right there. Pretty good game, I have to say. It's a lot of fun. So let's see what the at the end they'll always show like the winning party, and then they'll show
Of the game.
yeah, play of the game. Let's see. I'm not sure. I don't think that was our team. No, that was on the enemy's team. We got the highest enemies frozen. So, and then you can kind of just vote for people. And it does seem to give a little bit of extra XP and stuff, so. But alright. So, we'll go ahead and leave game. I'll show you one other thing before we end the video here. Oh, I got a message. I'll check that in a second. You have these loot boxes, so we got one here. And you can open them, and what's going to happen is you'll get four basically customizing items. So we got a new voice line for Widowmaker.
Magnifique.
So we might equip that. And then we got a new spray and another new spray, and then we got a new skin for May actually. So this one right here, this jade skin. So we'll go ahead and equip that. Just kind of change her up a little bit. And then of course we can go in here if we wanted to change it or whatnot. And we did unlock these new sprays for her. So we'll go ahead and switch them over, I think. We'll go with that one. And yeah. And see, there is quite a few different skins. So for example, for her, there's that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that, that. Which one? That one's probably my favorite. And then there's that Yeti Hunter, which I also like quite a bit. I will say some of the characters have a little bit cooler skins. Reaper has some of my favorites because, you know, he's got these. And generally the first few are just recolors. That one's probably my favorite on him as far as the recolors go. But there's that one, and that's my favorite overall for him because it is really, really beasted. And then he's got a Plague Doctor, El Blanco, Mariachi, which we saw earlier actually in game. I believe we saw that one while we were playing. And then the Blackwatch Reeves. But and that Blackwatch Reeves actually comes from the Origin Edition. So, you know, if you're interested in some of those, there are some special skins just from that edition. I think there's like 5 or something. But yeah, so you can, of course, you can go in and do like their voice lines.
Encore. Let them eat cake. Cherchez la femme. Une balle. Ouh là là. Step into my parlor. Et c'est comme ça. À la vie. What's an aimbot?
But yeah, and that's about it. I mean, you know, there's a lot of different levels, and there's a few different game modes. There's like the one we just did where we have to defend that position. There's also ones where the enemy or the attacking team's going to get a payload and have to escort it through the level, and the defensive team's trying to stop them from getting it to the end. There's also one that's has both teams on offensive, and you're both trying to take a point and basically hold it. It's basically King of the Hill. You're trying to get your hold time up to 100% before the enemy does. So, but yeah, so I'll be doing gameplay videos and probably like maybe montages and stuff for different classes and whatnot. So if you're interested in seeing that, definitely subscribe to stay tuned for more. I do videos every day, so that'll keep you up to date with everything. I'll throw an annotation up right now if you want to get subscribed. And definitely comment, like, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And yeah, until next episode, take care. And if you have any questions or anything, definitely just leave me a message on YouTube or message me on some of the social media down below. And if you're interested in friending me on Battle.net, it's right up there at the top right, Valentine 23. Yeah, so if you want to play together or something, just hit me up, and I will see you next episode. So take care.